down for our second live stream this week. It's a pleasure to do this. I treat this as an honor and a privilege, and I am super excited for you guys to be a part of this live stream. Um, Today, I want to talk about something that touches the soul, something that speaks to what a lot of us crave and yearn for, is humanity's search for meaning, a deeper sense of purpose. And I want you to know, if you haven't even realized, that the reason why you feel that void in your heart sometimes is because there's something missing. And one of the most profound things I'll say on this live stream, I'll say this a couple of times, but one of the most profound things I'll say on this live stream is the fact that there's a certain level of emotional peace, emotional stability, emotional fortitude. And you won't have that unless you go out and pursue the things that you are made for. Most often you see that people only do things that they're told to do, right? Individuals that live lives over a long space of time, over a long period of time, and all they do is what they're commanded to do. So they go to work, they're told to do this, they're told to do X, Y, Z, they do X, Y, Z, they get paid, they go home. They get home, a loved one tells them what to do, they do X, Y, Z, that's it. But you were made for more. Every individual was created to give something back to society. You were made to be a benefit. You were made to bring something to society. Your existence on earth is to bring meaning and bring value to the spaces and the communities that you find yourself in. And so if you don't do those things, you will find that you will not have fulfillment. You will wake up every morning and then you will feel a void that sits deep in your chest because you are not living the life that you're supposed to live, and you are not pursuing the things that you're supposed to live and live for. Everybody has something to give. Everybody has something to give. Sometimes we get into arguments with people and you hear them say stuff like, well, it's not my problem. Well, that's not my beef to deal with. And the problem with people that talk like that is the fact that they have this detached state. They have this detached idea of living where they're not connected to anything. They're not attracted to anything. They just live on their own terms. And you can't live like that if you're looking for fulfillment. It won't happen. Human beings are naturally selfish. We're wired to be selfish. This thing right here makes us selfish. We're wired to be selfish. We're wired to be self-centered. We're wired to think only about ourselves and the things that please us. We're wired to think about the things that bring joy and value to us, only us. But the problem is, in doing so, life does not become worth living. Life is not worth living when the very thing that you put your hope and your trust and your faith in fails. What do? What do you do when that thing goes? That's when people lose their joy of living. You hear people say, well, I've done all of this and I've experienced all of these stuff and it's still not enough because they're just living for themselves. If I just went to work and I had a great job and I was getting paid a lot of money and I just came home, that's it. Can you imagine how boring such a life is? How unfulfilling such a life is? Because you're just doing something for yourself. You're supposed to give something back to society. You're supposed to give something meaningful to society. You have to give something meaningful to society. Otherwise, you're not going to have a fulfilled life. Most of the people we know that experience deep fulfillment are people that live sacrificial lives. Annie, how are you? Most of the people that live lives that they're content and they're happy, they live lives that are selfless. Anyone that lives a selfish life cannot experience fulfillment. I am telling you this. Mark it somewhere. Put it somewhere. Put it on my name. If you live a selfish life, you will never have fulfillment. You have to live a life that is sacrificial to other people, right? Think about it. Most of the times you hear about how people live in other parts of the world, they don't have as many resources as we do here in America. People live in different places, different parts of the world. They don't have as many resources, but they're more happy. They're more happier than us. Why are they happier than us? Why do they have this much joy and fulfillment than us when we have all these resources? When we have all these abundant resources, why are they more happy? Because they live selfless lives. Hello, Robert. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You as Annie, same as Annie as well. They live more fulfilled lives because they're selfless. They give. Any kind of life that just revolves around your routine and just ends there is not going to yield any kind of profit. What's your name? My name is Edmund. Edmund is my name. Robert. My name is Edmund. Everyone has something to contribute. So as you watch this, some of you are probably still at work. Some of you are getting ready to go to work. Whatever situation you're in, I want you to know you were made for more than just a job. And when I say you were made for more than just a job, I'm not saying go start a business. I'm not saying you're supposed to start a business or whatever. No, not all of us can start businesses. That's not how it is. But what I'm saying is you're supposed to do something that exists outside of you. You're supposed to do something that brings meaning to yourself, to your life, to your family, and to society. That is how you're supposed to live. Impact. A life full of impact. Everyone has something to give. Everyone has something to contribute, right? You were made for more. You were designed for more. So what do you do in those moments when you feel like the weight of the world is against you? Well, it's going to be hard for you to feel like doing anything if you're only living for yourself. Richard says career builder. Well, not just about career building, right? It's not just about climbing up the ladder. Are you a person about Jesus? Yes, recruiter. Richard, you're talking about something completely different to what I'm even talking about. Are you a person about Jesus? Yes, Sharon. Yes, I am. I hope you guys are subscribed to the channel. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So yes, everyone has something to give. And of course, we're going to go through the seasons of life where our routine and the things that we're involved in and the things that we're doing actively, consistently, don't bring us any joy. And the thing what sustains you, what gives you the strength and the joy of life to keep moving and to keep going and to keep believing that there's more out for you, is the fact that you have things that exist outside of you. I'm having two different people on this live talking about two different things. Richard. No, Richard, I am talking about living for others. That is basically what I'm saying. A selfless life. A selfless life. A selfless life is a life worth living. Like a life that is not revolving around just you. Everybody has something to give. Yes, I'm talking about other people. Yes. So being selfless. And oftentimes you hear people say that, well, caring for other people didn't bring me anything. You're not supposed to do it expecting that you're going to get something from them. That's not how it's done. You're supposed to do it because that is what you're supposed to do. We don't love on people because we want people to love on us back. We love on people because that's what we're supposed to do. We don't treat others with respect just because we want them to treat them with respect or just because we want them to treat us back, but we treat them with respect because that's how we should relate with each other. That is the standard. That is the standard of living. And until we live like that, we are not living right. So you go through the seasons of life. People go through the seasons of life. They amass all this world. They amass all this money, all this wealth, all this fame, and the weight of loneliness and the weight of emptiness that they feel is, you can't even describe that. There's no explanation to that. And I'm saying, well, why would you go through all of that when the key is in living a selfless life, living a life that is devoted to other people? Sharon, you have my attention right now. What do you want to say? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I just want to understand what your point is. You have my attention now. Go ahead. Most of the people that commit suicide, most of the people that take their life, they do that because they reach a point where they feel that life is not worth living. How can you reach a point in your life where you feel like life is not worth living? You would reach such a point when everything you've done is about you. And there's nothing that exists outside of you. And there's nothing outside of your own personal life that is bringing you some kind of joy and fulfillment. Not simple, very simple. If I had things that existed outside of my own personal well-being, right? If I was a selfless individual that I made time and sacrifices for people and I invested in the things outside of my own life, if I did all of that, there's no way I would ever reach a point where I would contemplate whether life was worth living. Very serious point. It doesn't matter how much debt I owe. It doesn't matter who broke my heart. None of that. None of that. I love you guys, but I'm just going to have to ignore some of the comments right now. None of that. Right? And so at what point do we decide to start living a life that is worth fighting for? A life worth living? At what point do we do that? Now. This is the time that we do that. Ashiwe says, please ignore. I will. Ashiwe, welcome to the channel. I hope you're subscribed. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Now is the time to do that. Right? When I wake up, my thought process should be, okay, I'm grateful to God for the day. I'm glad that I'm alive. I want to make the best use of the day. I don't want to waste my day. But on top of that, my desire should be, how can I make this world a better place for someone? How can I do something meaningful today? And part of what I'm doing is I'm taking time out of my busy schedule to hop on the live and talk to you about the importance of living a selfless life, a life that is worth living. That simple. I woke up and I decided I was going to do something meaningful. I was going to influence someone positively today. In a world where there are so many distractions and people say so many negative things online, I wanted to come and give you something that is refreshing and encourage you that life is really worth living. If you're at your wit's end, people take their lives every day. Every day people take their life. Every day. So what do we do? What do we do and how do you live? We've got something worth fighting for. Absolutely. Ashiwe says, they're trying to distract you. Love this topic. Thank you, Ashiwe. Where are you watching us from? Sharon, we don't care about you. Please go. Thank you. Please go. Whoever Sharon is, go. Just hop off. Hop off this live, please. hop off this live and go bother someone else. Thank you. We've got meaning. We've got something. And life is so worth living. There's so much more we can do. Life is amazing. This is my personal theory. My personal theory is that life is simple. It is we human beings that make life complex. We make life complex for ourselves. We do things that make life difficult. We do things that make life unbearable. And I'm giving you like a secret sauce here. I'm giving you a cheat code here, basically. A cheat code. A cheat code. Simple. Sharon was talking too much. I just had to take her off. I'm just gonna have to take her off because there's just no way we can have such an individual that is so stupid. We can't have that. We can't have people acting like that on here. Let's be responsible. Let's be responsible on this YouTube live, okay? Let's be responsible. Let's be responsible. Let's be responsible. All right, wonderful. Yeah, we just took her off. We just took her off the live. I had to do it. I like to be kind and all of that, but I mean, she was just pushing my buttons, so we had to let her go. But yes, all of you are full of life. All of you are full of life. All of you are inspirational. All of you have stories and tragedies, and you have things that you've been working on. You have storylines that you've been building on. And it is time to give those things back to the world. I have conversations with people all the time, right? Sharon, if you're still on this live, that's fine. Please just be respectful, that's all. I don't mind if you're still on this live, just be respectful, right? But I have conversations with people all the time, and I hear some of the stories, I hear some of the things that they've been through. I hear their experiences, their challenges, and I'm like, this story is not for you. This story belongs to the world. Share the story with other people so other people can be encouraged, other people can have the joy of life, other people can be motivated to, keep pushing. That's okay, Sharon. That's okay. I hear you. I hear you. Other people can keep pushing, right? When you go through tragedies and when you have all these painful experiences and stuff, we need to know. Share it with us so that when we go through difficult times, we remember what you went through and we're reminded that, okay, there's more out there. And if this individual was able to overcome this, we can overcome too. Because she shared something. This individual shared something with us. This individual shared their story with us. And so we know their story. If I have a gift, I share a gift. If I have a gift, I share a gift. And people are motivated by that. People are inspired by that. That is how we roll. See, put your future in perspective. Put your future in perspective. Put your future in perspective. If I decide to live a life that is only pleasing to me, what happens to me when I don't find joy in those things anymore? Simple question. If I live a life that is only pleasing to me and I do the things that only I want to do, what will happen to me? What will happen to my sense of purpose, direction, that joy of life? What happens to the joy of life when those things no longer interest me? When challenges start to come my way, how do I navigate such a world? I can't navigate. You're not capable of doing that. It's not satisfying. Self-service isn't satisfying. It's the easiest thing to do, but it's the least rewarding thing. Look at all the people we know that are happy. They live happier lives. They live happier lives because they're stretched out. They have hands in this, lots of community service, Lots of things that they're doing for people, even though they have limited resources, they don't let that deter them from helping other people. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, Richard. That's exactly what I'm talking about. How many times have you had the thought to do something for someone and having the thought alone brought you so much joy? Before you even went and purchased whatever that thing was, you thought about it and you were like, yes, I want to do this thing for this person. I love this person so much. I want to do this thing for this person. I care about them so much. And I want to do this thing for this person. Sharon, you can stay on the live. Sharon, you can stay on the live. Just calm down, but you can stay on the live. You can subscribe to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You've given me a lot of work today, right? We find the most fulfillment when we do things for other people. That's how the world was made. That's how it's wired, and that's how it should be. Simple fact. Simple fact. Those of you that have been in relationships, right? Those of you that have been in relationships, especially the guys, right? Especially the guys. Sometimes we often promise things that we haven't even decided to do yet. Like you would say, "Oh, I want to do this thing for you. I want to buy this thing for you." You tell the person. And you tell the person because you like the temporary pleasure you get from telling them that you're going to do something for them. And you like how they feel, and you like the emotion that they show you. That's how we're wired to be. We're wired to serve each other. We're wired to love on each other. We're wired to respect each other. We're wired to give. When you don't give anything, you lose meaning and relevance in society. How can I go through a whole week, a whole month, and nobody's grateful to God that I exist? That nobody just randomly thinks about me and is happy that they have me in their life. They know me, they have access to me. What kind of relevance is that? There's no relevance. Someone says they want a quick shout out. What's up? What's up, Jack? What's up, Jack? What kind of relevance is that? Very simple. We have a lot going on in our world. I know. You have a lot going on in your personal life. I know. You're dealing with a lot. You're struggling with a lot. You have your own personal needs and challenges. But I'm saying that a life worth living is a sacrificial one, is a selfless one, is a one where you give something to other people. It doesn't have to be money. It can be resources. It can be your time. It can be your love, affection, your care. It can be giving them counsel, giving them advice. It can even be having people over. Just invite people over to your place. Just fellowship with them. Just be with them. Sit with them. Talk with them. Have a conversation with them. And bring value to the spaces and the places you go. Simple. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. We're all about transformation. We're all about seeing people change. But we need to have conversations. We need to talk about these things in a world that gets cold by the day. Richard says, I'm not even Christian and I rebuke Sharon. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know what Sharon's problem is, but I don't know what it is. Joey says, can I be mod? Joey, I'll let you be mod tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel, by the way. I'll let you be mod tomorrow. I'll let you be mod tomorrow. I usually do a live around 3 p.m. every day, so I'll let you be mod tomorrow. Richard, are you subscribed to the channel? Let me know if you're subscribed to the channel. Anyways, I love you guys. It's been an amazing live. It's been an amazing live. I love you guys. We talked about what do I have to live for. That's important. I want you to take this message with an application. Go find someone, go find an organization, go do something, go give something back. Look within. What can I offer society? What skill do I have? Can my life be pleasing? Can my life bring meaning to anyone? Simple. Simple stuff. Anyways, someone says no, what can they offer me? You're thinking the wrong way. You're thinking the wrong way. You offer. You offer to do something. You offer to give. And don't worry about what other people are going to do. We don't do things because we're expecting people to do stuff for us. That's not how we live. You don't say nice things to people because you want people to say nice things to you. You say nice things to people because that is the standard. That is how you're supposed to live. Not because we're expecting anything in return. If you do nice things because you want people to do something for you, that is transactional. That's not real. All right? I end my message with that. Let's see. I end my message with that. Richard says, make someone else's life easier or better and keep it moving. The people you help are unlikely to help. Of course, just make someone's life easier. That's it. Yeah, other people will definitely help you. Yes, absolutely. But we don't do nice things for people just because we want people to do nice things for us. We do that because that is the standard and that is how we should all live. That is how we roll. That is how we roll. All right, guys. I love you all.